Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Virginia iRacing League. It's Season 3, Round number 2, the Caffeine City Cola 165. Coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. I tell you, we're now into round number 2, and time to get going here. Of course, we want to give a shout out, as always, to our broadcast sponsor, JS Design, the official paint shop of Rice Motorsports TV. Now, if you missed the season opener, let's go back and take a quick look at that Iowa Speedway. Andy Koslova, he got that season opening victory, and some of the other guys, they had a little rough time against those AI cars. Paul Bajanek ended up in that 7th position. And we're going to look at some other real cool stuff that we've put together for this season. We're going to look at the point standings here in a little bit. And let's, matter of fact, let's look at the league standings right now. And now, let me bring those up. Oh, where are they? They're not there. Are you kidding me? Hold on a second. Stand by, folks. I got to find it. Where is it? Interesting. Oh, maybe I create. Oh, you know, I think I see what I did wrong. That's supposed to be an image and not. Okay, we'll have to look at something different here then. I'll bring that up here in a second if I get a chance after the break. What we're doing this season, now we have these AI cars out here. We're going to make these AI cars. They're going to work for these drivers out here. We've got, you know, everybody scores points, both the human drivers and the AI drivers and stuff. But we've teamed every human driver with an AI driver, and so he's going to get bonus points based on how well his AI driver performs. And we've got, that's kind of cool there. So what we've got here, Harold Rothery, he's teamed up with the number 49 Ashton Rice. John Casaza has Mike Berg, Paul Bajanek, Dave Kamer. Andy Koslova is with Tony Gardner, and Paul Smith is with the number 17 Brian Rainville. Now, I tell you, this is going to be a risky deal for all of them because we do have knockout qualifying. That does not change. And their guy could get on the pole. Their guy could actually get knocked out of qualifying altogether. So that basically means no bonus points for that driver except for whatever he gets himself. Even if he gets a pole or fastest lap or something like that, he'll get those bonus points, but he won't get the points that his teammate could have gotten him if he makes it into the race. So it's going to be real fun watching how this plays out this season. And that's really going to add a really unique twist to the points standings. Now we're getting ready to roll over to the qualifying here. And first thing I'm going to do is, let's see, make sure I get myself out of there. Where am I at? There we go. And okay, so we got that taken care of. Now we're going to, of course, we're going to get the AI cars are going to go out first and put down their hot laps. And so while they do that, we'll take a quick break and hear from our sponsor. We'll be right back. You're watching the Caffeine City Cola 165 here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we're back here. Qualifying is underway, and we're waiting for all the AI cars to finish up here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to matter of fact, while they're doing that, let's take a look at the race info for tonight. And boy, I tell you, it's another beautiful night for racing. 71-degree air temperature. Winds are a little gusty at 10 miles an hour, and that track temperature is 77 degrees. And of course, this is round two, and once the AI cars are done, we'll do the individual qualifying for the human drivers. They're running 40% fuel tonight. They've got 2 additional sets of tires, and then they have 20 incident points. It's not for disqualification. That was a glitch in the settings last week. There's unlimited incident points, but if you do get to 20, you will get a drive-through penalty. So they definitely don't want to get there. Of course, they have the 3 green light checker attempts for 165 laps here at this 0.53 mile facility. And as always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell. You'll know every time we go live. And I think a lot of the, not all, I think all of them are just about done. We got a couple that are still on track there. Let me see who do I see out there? Mike Berg, he's out there. He's currently 17th. Now there are 20 AI cars, and let's see. And Ashton Rice, I think she's right now. Oh boy, she's 20th. So it looks like Ashton Rice, she's going to get knocked out because we've got about 5 human drivers. Ian Sudol, he's in the drop zone as well, 19th. Mike Berg is also in the drop zone. Let's see. Matt Holden looks like he's probably in the drop zone as well. There's it could get rough, and I think we have. It looks like a lot of the guys are going in now. I think Harold just joined me in the booth. You got your ears on, Harold?
Yeah, Tony, I got you, buddy.
Yeah, man. I think somebody going out now. I think I see John,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I got the number 15X, John
Yeah.
Casaza, out of Danbury, Connecticut. His sponsor tonight on that car is Not So Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
And Danbury, Connecticut, as you know, he gave me a little history on that. That's where the Stetson hat was made.
Okay.
Not sure that it's made there now, but that's a good-looking car. So we'll see how he does.
Yep. Harold, I got some bad news for you.
I just seen it.
Wow. Oh my goodness. What, you need to go have a talk with her. What in the world?
I must have jinxed her, right?
Wow. And I think somebody else's teammate is down there too. Mike, who's got Mike Berg? That's his teammate. The 45 Mike Berg right now, he's 19th, so he's going to get bumped as well.
Oh, Lord.
And don't tell him until after he qualifies. That may distract him and stuff. He's got that. Right now he's on provisional pole with the 18.440.
That's going to shake things up, right?
Yeah, it's going to shake him up a little bit here. Paul Bojanic on his way out now in that In-N-Out burger machine.
All right, now we got the number 3 of Paul Bojanic, the number 3 In-N-Out burger out of Hollywood, California, reigning Season 3 champion of Rice Motorsports TV. See how he does around here. He's a sleeper. So.
And let's see, that first lap time for him is a P8, 18.707. Coming around to wrap up his qualifying. See if he improves on that time. Yes, he does. Up to 18.664 for Paul Bojanic.
All right. Next, we have the car number 93 out of Rochester, New York. AMCO-sponsored Chevrolet of Andy Kosalova.
Getting on out there. And see what his first time is here. Come there, P2 there, 18.620.
Gonna be tight tonight. It's gonna be fast.
Yeah, it is.
It'll be pretty competitive. Next out on the track is the number 12 out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, Texacan Haviland Ford, driven by Paul Smith.
And Andy Kosalova just went to the pole position there as well.
And Paul's going in here.
Oh, did he hit the? I think he hit the. I don't know if I saw some smoke there. It looks like I don't know if he doesn't. He doesn't have any damage. He might have stopped before he hit the pit wall.
Or something.
You think so? Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe check and see, or just do a clear penalties or something, so he can get going.
I don't see anything here.
Uh-huh. Let me see if I can. If he has any, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
It says he's not. Did he?
He's going back out.
He is going to go out. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
I'm not in there, so I don't know what's going on.
I didn't know if you still had iRacing chat, like where your voice chat, where you could talk to him or not.
Yeah, I could do that here. He looks like he's going to take a while.
I wonder if he might have missed when he came back in. Do you think that cost him a lap by any chance?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Shoot. Okay. So right now he's not showing.
Right.
Oh my goodness, he's not showing any time at all. If he doesn't get a time,
he might be disqualified.
Well,
he won't make the race.
Yeah, not disqualified, but just basically didn't make the cut, And I wonder what happened there for him not to, because he was headed out, and because right now he's not even being classified at all,
Yeah, let me go down there and see what's going on here. I'll go out and qualify.
10-4. Good luck. Yeah. So here's Harold Rothery getting ready to make his way out. Harold Rothery, he's in that Misfits Motorsports #1 Chevy. Now he is our season 1 champion. Boy, you got to feel bad for Paul Smith. I wish I knew what happened for him to stop all of a sudden, unless he might have lost control of the car and had to get on the brakes. Unfortunately, it already charged him one lap, and you can't really have a do-over. Unfortunately, that's the problem there. You only get the 2 laps once you do one. If you stop, iRacing will give you that second lap, but that's basically your out lap, so you don't even have a lap to put a hot time on. Rothery currently P3 with the 18.479, coming around to wrap up his qualifying here. Let's see, and he was unable to improve. That's an 18.5, his second run there, his second lap. So that's where we are as far as the qualifying is concerned. So we're gonna get ready to roll it over to the warm-up session here, and we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Caffeine City Cola 165 here on Rice Motorsports TV.
are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this 0.625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnett. Is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Commercial here. Okay, folks, we're back here, and qualifying is over, and we're gonna go ahead and roll that thing on over to the warm-up session. And what we'll do is we're gonna talk about I'm gonna try to get these this information up here that I wanted to show you. And let me matter of fact, let me put it on this page here, and I want to bring up these team points now. Let's look at, now we already showed you the teams. Now we're going to look at the bonus points from last week. Now you see what Paul Bajanic, he has 155 points, and Kasaza has 130, Koslova 142. You see where that's going. And those are the points that their teammates actually got in the race. If we pull up the race once again, and why are we, I see what's going on here. iRacing is doing some kind of heat race. Well, we can just let them run because they're not, I don't think they're going to make it into the race anyway. I don't believe. And you know what? Tell you the truth, it is something, because we had a little glitch with one of our guys qualifying. I think, let's see, he's in there. Let me bring Harold up here real quick. Hey, Harold, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
I think Paul may have a chance here.
Okay, but he's got to win this, right?
Well, you know what? Because it says, but here it said, okay, for a minute there, I got my hopes up. It may be for no good, because now it says the top 20 qualify, right? Mm-hmm. Make it into the race, and while they're circling around, let's look at the qualifying. Let's bring up the qualifying results real quick, and we can see if those come up on the screen. See, Chris Leone, he qualified 20th. So even though they are indeed racing, I don't even know why they're racing. They shouldn't have gone out on track, because
this is like a consolation race. Everybody that didn't make it.
Exactly. Yeah, but in like last season, this wouldn't have happened anyway. You know what I mean? And of course, then again, we didn't have extra cars either. So this is like a little bonus race here. And I tell you the truth, how many? Let's see, how many laps?
So does he have to win?
But see, they're not going to transfer because only the top 20 make it into the race. And this heat race, the way it's set up, nobody actually transfers to the race, because then we'd end up with 21 cars. See what I'm saying? Right. It's a 20-car field, but
I got you.
So basically, it's just a 10-lap shootout. Where is Paul at? He's back there in that fourth position.
Right. This is just a bonus race for the fans.
Exactly, yeah. And this is a little 10-lap sprint here. And so far, Matt Holden, he's holding on to that lead. Ian Sudal in that second position. There's Paul Smith taking a look down on the inside. trying to see if he can get up there.
He's doing everything he can.
Yeah. And, you know, he may be racing hard thinking that, well, maybe I can get into this race if, you know, maybe this is a qualifying heat. But, you know what? Let's just see what happens.
We'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, but see, you can see that even in the race info. Like on the iRacing UI, it says heat, and it says 0 qualify to feature or 0 transfer to feature. So this is kind of for bragging rights here and stuff. But Paul Smith, he's still in that 3rd spot. Mike Berg, that's I think that's John Casals' teammate. He's 4th. Ashton is, but I might have jinxed Ashton. She got the Rice Motorsports TV paint on, and but
take that off there.
Unless she's just having, unless she's just having an off night or something like that. But
hey, she carried me last week, so I got to get her. I got to carry her this week. So, it'll be all right.
Yep, 10 for lap number 8 there, and he's holding on. Paul Smith now up to that 2nd position. He's got a couple of laps more to see if he can catch the 25 and win this. What is basically a consolation race. So
there he goes.
At least he's taking it.
He thinks.
I tell you, it's going to be the white flag next time around, though.
Yeah.
And
they're running.
Yeah, they are.
About 115, 16, 120 down the front and back stretch. 95 through the corner. So they're putting it down.
Yeah. Oh, last chance, taking a look down on the inside. Oh no! It is. Oh man! And it's going to end up being Matt Holden just going to take the checkered anyway. But boy, I tell you, that was a good effort there by Paul Smith. He did the best he could to try to get in there. Hey, you can't blame him for trying. He got to go for it at the end there. But it was Matt Holden that ended up winning that this little consolation sprint race here. So now that that's over, this will most likely transfer over to the race itself, and that looks like where we are. So actually, we're in the warm-up session, and but we're not going to run that all the way out. We're gonna pause for our national anthem, and then we're gonna go right into the race. So stand by, folks, and we'll pause for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, the guys are coming out on the starting grid here, making their way out.
Hey, can we scrap this and run another?
Can we do
scrap
what?
This one and
Scrap
scrap this and run another this session? And get Paul in or not?
We're into the live broadcast right now. We're well into it, and that would start everything all over. And
Okay.
so
All right.
my
I got a grid.
yeah.
All right. All right.
And yeah, see that's iRacing has this weird thing where on some of these tracks where your car is start finish line goes across the track, but it also for whatever reason counts pit road. So depending on where your pit box is on pit road, for some strange reason, iRacing counts that if you cross that line like you're starting a lap, and that's just terrible. I don't know why iRacing does that, but yeah, that's just messed up. But let's go ahead and take a look at the starting grid here as they make their way around. Andy Koslova, he's got that pole position. John Casals will be starting second. Harold Rothery third. Chris Wiedner in the fourth position. Travis Sollenberger is fifth. Brian Rainville sixth. Paul Bajanic in the seventh position. Sarah Oliver will be starting eighth. Jay Scullin is ninth. And Chris Page rounds out your top 10. Then we have starting 11th will be David Carrillo. 12th, Jeff Rubin. Dave Kamer, 13th. 14th, Tony Gardner. 15th, Nigel Patterson. 15th, Kevin Bobbitt. Nigel Patterson, 16th. 17th, Terrell Rice. 18th is Clay Rice. 19th, there is so it's only 18 cars. And we got a green flag, and racing has begun here. And it's Andy Koslova, John Casaza. There's Harold Rothery down on the inside. Casaza a little wobbly there. Look at Rothery trying to get past the 15. Boy, Travis Sollenberg. Boy, they're almost three wide going down towards turn one. Oh, my goodness. Sollenberger down on the inside. Who is at the 37 of Chris Wiedner. And they squeeze the 15 out of there. He's into that fifth spot. And but he's still there right behind them. That was a nifty little bit of driving there for John Casaza to get out of that in one piece. All three of them, actually. Koslova, he's still up the front there. About half a second on Harold Rothery. He's in the second. Travis Sollenberger, he's third. John Casaza now in that fourth position. He did get past the 37 there. Chris Wiedner. See Paul Bajanic a little bit further back, making his way up the order. He's in the sixth position. Is he battling there with the 37, Chris Wiedner for position. Koslova trying to stretch out that lead just a little bit. Bajanic trying to get that fifth spot. He might have it. Trying to get clear of that 37. Looks like he's got it. A little further down the order there. Let's see. Well, John Casaza, he's right there. Oh, boy, he's being challenged by the 67. Travis Sollenberger putting up a good fight there for sure. And, boy, look at Paul Bajanic down on the inside trying to find some room underneath the 15 there. Here on lap 9 of 165. These guys are battling out. Meanwhile, about a quarter way down that backstretch there, Harold Rothery still in that second position. He still has Andy Koslova in sight. several car lengths now behind to almost 1 full second, 0.97, just about to hit a second, just about. And we'll see how long they can keep up that pace. Andy Casalova, he's moving along at a pretty good clip here as he continues to lead. Now we'll take a look at now. Like I said earlier, we do have a couple of guys, teammates did not make the cut, and totally unexpected. That was really surprising. And then let's see, Paul Bajanic, his teammate, number 11, Dave Kamer, he's back in the 9th position. Currently battling with that 51, Jay Scullin. Andy Casalova, his teammate, is the number 30, Tony Gardner. He's back in the 14th position. Right now, he's staying ahead of Clay Rice in that 13 car, running in the 15th spot. Let's see, where is the Mike Berg? Now, Mike Berg, he didn't make the cut as well. And how about the 17, Brian Rainville? Now, that's Paul Smith's teammate. Paul, because of that weird glitch. Oh, we got us a caution, and not exactly sure why. Oh, I see Paul Bajanic. Oh, goodness. Wow, look at Paul Bajanic. Heavy damage on that number 3. Good grief. What in the world happened to Paul Bajanic? And now is that him glitching, or I'm not sure what's going on there. And it's not even, let me see, I don't even have a report of him crashing. So I don't have anything to, let's go back to when Kevin Bobbitt passed Paul Bajanic, see if we can see what happened. And I don't even see Paul in the picture here. That might have been, that was after the caution. Let's go back to Paul, and let's take it back a lap here because it happened so quick. And let's go back another lap and see if we can pick up. He's there with the 67. I think that's Sollenberger, and they're racing along, and very close. He's going down on the inside. Not sure what happened there. Oh, they got together. Oh, that was interesting. What in the world happened there? That was a super hard hit. Going down, and let's take a look from the nose there. They're going down into the turn. I don't know if he pushed up or the 67 came down. The 67, it looks like 67's in his lane, and all just kind of washed up just a little bit into the 67. And most unfortunate for the number 3. Boy, that was a super hard hit for Paul Bajanic there. And but he does have a couple of faster pairs, so he did come in and he had to burn one of those. And looks like he still managed to stay on the lead lap. I see Casaza. He came down on pit road on lap 17, so he's on his way back out. Rothery also came in and pitted, so now he's in the 18th position. And Andy Casalova, pole sitter, and has been leading up to this point, opted to stay out. So wow, that was I guess in a way, I guess you could say Paul Bajanic got a little lucky there. That he is showing 1 lap down. I thought he had managed to stay on the lead lap, but he is actually 1 lap down. But if we get another caution, if he's not involved, he'll get that lucky dog. Meanwhile, we got the green flag. Racing has resumed here on lap 20. Long way to go. Boy, look at the 37 and the 36, David Carrillo and Chris Wiedner. And they're probably battling each other just as hard as they're trying to catch Andy Casalova. Number 11, Dave Kamer. He's that's Paul Bajanic's teammate. He's trying to get up there, and if you're having a bad night, you want to hope that your teammate's having a better night. He's doing pretty good right now, running in that 3rd position, battling with the 37 there, Chris Wiedner. But so far, Casalova, he's able to pull out 0.6 of a second ahead of these guys. David Carrillo in that 2nd position. And let's go look on back down here. There's Harold Rothery. He's currently in the 12th position. He's fighting without a teammate now. His teammate Ashton Rice. Oh, and he got into the 13 of Clay Rice there. Managed to keep going, and it didn't. He didn't spin. Don't look like he got too much damage either. Got very lucky there. Managed to actually hold on to that 12th position. And boy, I tell you, he's really in the thick of it now. And behind him, where's John Casaza? And just a lot of traffic. Right now, he's stuck behind the 33 there of Oliver Stevens. And John Casaza, his teammate Mike Berg did not make the cut either. And this is exactly what I was talking about. All these drivers run the risk of their teammate not qualifying. And it's very shocking not to see those two make the cut, because we've seen them do. They actually didn't do too bad last week, but it's just the risk you take. Rothery now up to that 6th position. He's fighting hard now. He's on the outside there. Look like he's trying to get past the 51 there. Jay Scullin trying to get clear of him. Dave Kamer up down on the inside in front of him in that Sunoco machine. So he is clear now into that 5th spot. Kosilova still out front, 1.9, just about make it 2 seconds. Harold Rothery racing into that 4th position. He is a clear of the 11th, so now he's got that 4th spot. As they race down the backstretch, 28 laps in the book so far. Kosilova, he's pretty well and clear, so no pressure for him. David Carrillo is by himself too, and here's where all the action is right here. Chris Wiedner, and he's just getting passed by Harold Rothery. Rothery moves into that 3rd position. Let's go down and see Don Casaza. He's still back in the 17th position, and Paul Bajanic still racing 1 lap down. And he did pit. I'm sure he got fuel, so that's going to offset him for the rest of the field as well. Same deal there with John Casaza. He also pitted, and both him and Harold Rothery. So they have a little bit more fuel than Andy Kosilova. So it'll kind of depend on how things shape out now with these pit stops. Very good chance that we'll have some green flag pit stops. They can go about 70, 80 laps, I think, on a tank of fuel, somewhere in that window. So they'll have to, if it were to go green all the way, they'd have to stop at least a couple of more times to make it to the end. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out for them. Harold Rothery not too far behind. He's 4.3 seconds behind your leader. Coming up now on that 2nd place to David Carrillo. Trying to figure out a way past that number 36 machine. Harold was making the comment, this is a really fast track. It's he said it kind of reminds him of Five Flags. And Five Flags is a nice little short track, but man, that thing turns some fast lap times. It just feels like you're just flying on that track.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, we got us a caution, and let's see. Chris Page, we got a pilot. Oh, what happened back here? I think some of the, I think a lot of these AI cars got together here, and unless it's let's see what's going. Let's go back with let's go back here with Chris Page, and we'll run the replay here and see if we can see. Now, Chris Page, he's the number 16, and not sure. I wonder if something happened in front of them. Well, I see the 13 there, the 13 and the Paul Bajanic. I think he might have got into the 13 there just a little bit. And, I think there's going to be a chain reaction here. And, well, okay, the 30, he managed, I think he got clipped just slightly, and he gets into the wall. And, oh, boy, here comes John Casaza, and he don't have anywhere to go. And I'm wondering if he's about to get caught up in something. You see the 16. Oh, my goodness. And they get right in front of Casazza. He didn't have anywhere to go. And John Casazza, I don't think he had a lot of damage, but they went flipping there. And I'm wondering if that was that. Let's run that back again and see what happened here. I think that's where it started right there. Paul Bajanic, yeah, he got into the 16. So yeah, and he's already a lap down, and that would give him a EOL, but he's already a lap down, so there's no point in that. If he was on the lead lap, he'd get an EOL, but he did in fact go and plus being involved in that, he's not going to get it. I don't think he'll get his lap down, lap back either. He's still in the lucky dog position. We got some folks on pit road there racing off of pit road. Chris Leon, Tony Gardner in the 30 machine. Chris Page, he's still on pit road. He's just finishing up, making his way out. There's Kevin Bobbitt. I wonder, okay, I don't even see him. He must be towing back to pit road. So caution number 2, and we're on lap 39 here. So now, Harold, he's right there with Andy Kosalova, and we might be getting the one to go next time around, and we'll see what happens. I see Paul Bajanic. Did he? That was just him. I don't know if that was that him coming off a. Oh, did he get a wave around or something? And the lights are out on the pace car. So that was interesting. So I guess Paul Danik, he must have got lucky there because he's coming around, and let's see, he's now on the tail end of the lead lap. Now, even though he kind of got into that car when the car crashed, I guess he wasn't involved in the crash. I guess the iRacing didn't consider him involved, so he was able to make use of that lucky dog status, and it swung him on around there. So now we got a fight for the lead. Andy Kosalova and Harold Rothery duking it out. Travis Sollenberger in that third position, watching those two leaders going at it. We got several cars a lap down. We got 13 cars on the lead lap. Let's see. Let's look at the back here. John Casazza trying to make his way through all this traffic, and boy, he's really fighting out there tonight. Now he's in the 12th position. Got a little close to that wall. Paul Bajanic's a little further back behind him. He is on the lead lap, but he's got some guys that are not on the lead lap. He's got lap cars around him. So he's trying to fight that lap traffic. He's in 13th. John Casazza is in 12th, but you can see all the cars between the two of them. And man, he is in a real traffic jam there right now, John Casazza. And being as his teammate didn't make a qualifying cut, he definitely needs to finish this race. Obviously finish as high as he can, but he definitely needs to score some good points here tonight. Harold Rothery continues. He's trying to hold on. He's about 3/4 of a second behind Andy Kosalova. Kosalova starting to stretch out that lead once again. Now on lap 47. They've got a nice gap between them. They're getting into their own zip code now. Sollenberger's there by himself. Then we have Dave Kamer back in the 4th spot there. The top 4, definitely have a little bit of separation going on. David Carrillo in that 5th position. We still have to go all the way back to the 11th spot before we get to John Casazza, who's in the 11th position. And actually, Paul Bojanic lost the spot. He's in 13th. Nigel Patterson is in 12th now. The number 31 there. And he's trying to catch the 15 there, John Casazza. So Paul Bojanic's having a bit of a rough night out there tonight. You see, Paul Bojanic, his teammate's the number 11, Dave Kamer, and his teammate definitely is helping him out tonight. He just moved into the 4th position ahead of the 36 of David Carrillo. So a perfect example of where your AI teammate can help you out if you're having a rough night for sure. Harold Rothry, on the other hand, is him and Casazza are having to do it all because their teammates aren't here. So a good example of some of the risks that you have to face with this scoring system, how we're doing it this season. We're trying this out to see how it works. And Andy Kosilova still leads, and I think he started from the pole, and I think he's pretty much led every lap. Boy, he's got over 2 seconds now. He's really trying to open up that gap to Harold Rothry. Now, I don't know how Harold is feeling with the tires or anything like that, but because I'm sure that's going to be a factor at some point. How long can you take these tires before you actually have to come in and change the set? Now, I don't know. No, when they pitted, they were only on lap, let's see, Harold Rothry, he pitted on lap 17, and I do believe, Solenberger, he pitted on 17. Casazza pitted on, Bojanic pitted on lap 15. Casazza, he pitted on lap, the last time he pitted was lap 37. But I do believe he came in before them. But I think that might have been just a quick splash of fuel just to get a tire offset. And he got a bit of damage on the hood of that car. Oh, yeah, he's got more damage than I realized he did. And but he's racing right along there in that 6th position, trying to get into that top 5. Paul Bojanic having, just like Casazza, he's having a little bit of a rough time tonight trying to work this traffic. There he is trying to get past the 20. Now, that's not for position. 26 there, Chris Leon. He's a lap down. He's not on the lead lap. And so basically, Bojanic right now is just working this traffic and trying to, he's passing all these cars, but his position isn't changing. And that's the frustrating part, working through the lap traffic before you even get to the guy that you're actually racing with. And actually now he's right behind the 51 there, Jay Scullin, who is in that 12th position. John Casazza, he made some moves while we were watching Paul Bojanic, and now he's in that 5th spot, and he's trying to get past the 11 there, Dave Kamer. Then that's Paul Bojanic's teammate. So John Casazza gets past Paul Bojanic's teammate into the 4th spot, and that's good for him because his teammate's not even in the race right now. So, and Paul's got help, but he doesn't. So that's a good move there for John Casazza for sure. A little further, well, almost on the other side of the track here, Harold Rothry in that 2nd position. But man, that gap, just about 3.5 seconds between him and your leader, Andy Kosilova. Wow. And look at Kosilova now. He's about to catch some lap traffic here. That looks like Oliver Stevens right in front of him. Oliver Stevens and Chris Page. 2 lap cars that he will be catching. You see a lot of traffic up ahead of them. So he'll be definitely be running into some traffic here in a second. And let's go ahead and let's do a crank it up session here. Go ahead and grab that remote control and crank it on up.
flag is out.
Uh-oh, we got us a caution here, and let's see. Oh, no, it's Andy Konsalova. What happened to Andy? Oh, my goodness. More surprises here, folks. Konsalova, he is, oh, my, look at the damage there. Engine damage there for Andy Konsalova. He is going to have to come in and burn a fast repair. Heavy damage on that number 93, but he's got a fast repair waiting for him on pit road. Caution here on lap 67. Making his way down pit road to his pit box. One fast repair coming up. I believe they have two. So he's got that done. And let's see, is he going to get tires? No, he might have just topped off the fuel, perhaps. But let's go back and see if we can see where that all began. And let's go back here with Andy, and let's see. So here he is racing along. He's got that's the 26 in front of him. That's Chris Leone. That's one of the lapped cars. I think he was mixing it up with these back markers here, and something went terribly wrong. And that's Clay Rice in front of the 26 to 13 car. Oh, and I don't know. He's trying to get down below the 26. So far, so good. And I wonder if he might have almost did the same thing as Paul Bajanic. He slid up just a little bit. He was not clear of the 26, and it hooked him right into the wall. Yeah, so he wasn't quite clear. So super heavy damage there for Andy Konsalova, but he was able to get on pit road, and now he's back there again and just getting some. Let's see. I don't know if he's getting tires. Yep, he's going to get some tires. Harold Rothery is also getting a full set of tires from the looks of it here on lap 69, and he's on his way. Konsalova getting his left sides put on there. Boy, I tell you, everything is just jumping around. Paul Bajanic, he actually went a lap down once again, according to the timing and scoring here. Not sure. I thought he was on the tail end of the lead lap, but now he pitted on lap 67. That might have been what put him a lap down. Let's see, where is Casaza? Casaza had gotten up into the top 5. He pitted on lap 67 as well, so that dropped him down the order, and I think iRacing is trying to sort them out now. So Andy Konsalova, they're coming up behind at the end of the pack here. There's Harold Rothery. They're all getting sorted out here. I think we're and if they have to, I'm sure they'll extend the caution if they have to. Looks like Travis Sollenberger. It looks like I see iRacing. Somebody just took off. I think that was whoever's in the 16th position, Brian Rainville. He's making his way around. Is that somebody's teammate? Yeah, that's Paul Smith's teammate. Paul did not make the race. This weird thing about iRacing, the way it judges when you start a lap. I hate that. I don't know. It's almost like
We're not going green.
it's like we have to test every track and make sure, see which ones do that. Because it's not every track that does that. And I hate the fact that it do that. You know, we might even just switch it to. We might even switch it to 3 qualifying laps just to make sure that doesn't happen. And something happened back there. We got some cars piled up. So while we get everything squared away, we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Caffeine City Cola 165 here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, with Green Flag Racing, once again, I was talking to Harold Rothery, and yeah, iRacing did its thing. Sometimes things get a little glitched up there, and it was trying to sort the field out, and they got everything in order. Now Sollenberger's out front, and let's see, where is everybody that was involved? Harold Rothery, well, he wasn't involved in the wreck, but he was up at the front. He's now in that 9th position, trying to make his way back to the front. John Casazza, he's back in the 11th position. Andy Kosilova, several cars behind him. There's a lot of lap traffic with him. And 10th place, John Casazza. Andy Kosilova right now in that 12th position. And I just see in Sollenberger, he's coming down pit road, green flag pit stop for the 67. And that's obviously going to move him on down the order. Jeff Rubin now is your leader. That's going to move everybody else up a spot. Harold Rothery actually now into that 4th position. And boy, I tell you, things are getting wild and woolly out here. Harold Rothery now into that 3rd position. Boy, very, trying to take advantage of the situation here. And let's see, Rothery is about 0.8 of a second between him and your race leader, Jeff Rubin, the number 7. That's the first car in front of him, and the one right in second there is David Carrillo. So that's the 1st and 2nd right in front of him. So he's right where he wants to be. Let's see if he can race back on up there and stay in the thick of it right here with these all these crazy position changes that are happening. Rothery down on the inside, and and he almost gets into the 7. They're charging in there so hard, and I tell you, those AI cars, they're staying in their lane, but they're not. If you make a mistake, if you push up into them, you're going to pay the price for it, because this track, you're so vulnerable in that turn. If you're not clear, we saw a couple of guys get caught out like that. They just about completed the pass, but they weren't quite clear. Their right rear quarter panel just didn't make contact with the left front of the vehicle behind, and that's just like a pit maneuver, they call it, when you see the cops turn a car around and stuff. But Harold Rothery back to the lead, and Andy Kosilova, he's now in that 8th position. Where's John Casazza? He got past Casazza, who's now in the 9th spot. Paul Bojanic, he is still a lap down, I do believe. And but he's not even in the lucky dog position at the moment. So he's definitely he's in that 14th position, and 12th is the number 30, Tony Gardner. He's the one that's in the lucky dog position. Tony Gardner's right there. That's the guy that Paul Janik has to catch. So if there's a caution comes out, he can benefit from it. I tell you, these positions are all over the place. You're looking at now. It looked like you went back in position, but actually you just went forward. That's John Casazza in 9th, and boy, he's got lap cars in front, lap cars behind, trying to make his way through this crazy traffic. There's Jay Scullin battling with the 93 Andy Kosilova. You see Kosilova now just makes it into that 6th position. Harold Rothery 1.8 seconds out front. He's got a nice clear, some clean air for a while. He got a nice cushion there as well. Boy, a bunch of clear track ahead of him, almost half a lap of clear track. And we're on lap 88. We're right around the halfway point. Just a little ways past the halfway point, I believe. So he's there, and Andy Kosilova is back in the 6th position. Kosilova is 5.5 seconds behind the number 1 there, Harold Rothery. Now, I do believe they have one. We saw these two guys, both Rothery and Kosilova. We saw both of them get a full set of tires. So we know they should have one more set. So it'll also depend on if there's a caution, or are they just going to do a green flag stop and get the 4 sets a set of tires. Yeah, I tell you, if it's a green flag pit stop, boy, that could cost them a lap, maybe almost 2. Then they would have to hope that there's a caution, because you don't know what those AI cars are going to do. Koslova trying to work his way past the 98 there of Terrell Rice. Now that is for position. Koslova does get past into that 5th spot. Chris Wiedner, the 37. Everything that he's fighting for right now is for position. So he's battling with the 37 there, Chris Wiedner, for that 4th position. Andy Koslova slowly making his way back up through the field. Now in that 4th position, but you can see on the track map, he's just coming out of turn 4. Harold Rothley's in the middle of 3 and putting 1 and 2. Now he's on the backstretch. Koslova's going into turn 1, so not quite a half a lap, but almost. Right now, Harold Rothley's got a nice gap, but now that gap is 6.8 seconds. When you're out front and you got clean air, it's very easy to try to open up that gap for sure. It was 6.8, now it's 6.5, so he gained like 0.3 of a second. Where's Casazza? He's a little bit further back in the 7th position there. And now he's going to be battling with the 98 Terrell Rice and 37 Chris Wiedner. Couple of more positions he's going to try to pick up. He's driving without a teammate in the feature race here, so you know he is on a mission to get every single point. He is going to need, even if he were to win the race, he's still going to be hurting because his teammate wasn't even in the race. So both him and Harold Rothery are going to be hurting quite a bit. Harold Rothery, if he were to hold on and win the race, that's about the best damage limitation you can do. You can't do any better than that. Him and John Casazza both actually have to win the race to minimize the damage as much as they possibly can, being as both of them don't have a teammate out there right now. Koslova, the gap for Koslova, and now it's around just still about almost 6.8 seconds, and he's gotten past the 7 of Ruben there into the 3rd spot. And I think the more he gets in the open air, now see, he's got a lot of open air. He's got Carrillo there that's in the 2nd position, but right now he can just really hit his marks and really crank out some fast laps. So it's really gonna now it's up to Rothery. We're at lap 101 of 165. And you can see Koslova starting to reel in David Carrillo, who's in that 2nd position. And it's so much easier to plan a pass on somebody when it's just that one car instead of having to do it with another 1 or 2 cars all around. He's closing at a pretty good clip here. Seems like everybody's trying to do their passes on the inside. Looks like he's got them set up there, and the main thing is just to get clear. Hold that car down on the inside long enough till they get clear, because I don't know if the car is sliding up on them a little bit there, but sometimes it gets a little close on the racing there. That racing line there when they come off of the turn. I don't know if the cars are feeling a little tight out there or not, but he is back into the 2nd position, and it's still 6.8 seconds for him and Harold Rothery. And let's look at the lap time history here for Koslova and Rothery. And that last time around, Koslova, he was 8 thousandths of a second quicker on lap 103. Harold was quicker on laps 101 and 102, and this time lap 104, he was 0.2 of a second quicker. And actually, you might see that actually that gap may start to come down now because Harold Rothman, boy, he has got a mess. Look at the traffic that the number one is going to have to deal with. The gap is 6.5 seconds. Him and Andy Kosilova. Kosilova, he is in just clean air, and Harold Rothman's like, well, going to have to get in there at some point. But, you know, where do you get to? That's the thing. It just slowly start kind of making its way through here as best he can. But, man, it's going to be some tight racing for sure. Kosilova just now coming off of turn 2. And he can't even see them yet. They're around the bend there just a little ways. So Kosilova doesn't quite have him in sight. He just as he comes out there across the start-finish line, they were just going into turn 1. See, 30 Tony Gardner coming down pit road, green flag pit stop. I see Brian Rainville, he's making his way in. And so that's gonna, some of these guys, David Carrillo, he's coming in. So some of these guys that were up at the, Harold Rothry's probably hoping right now, well, I wish some of these guys would pit right now. That would help thin out the crowd here a little bit as he bobs and weaves his way through the traffic here, trying to get past the 16 there. That's Chris Page on the, so he gets clear of him. And Gamorka, see, that was perfect timing for him there. I want to say it was the 11. I couldn't see who the other car was. The 11 was Dave Kamer, but those pit stops were just at the right time for Harold Rothery, and now he can get in there and try to open up some more laps and stuff. Kosilova, he's about 5 seconds behind, trying to get past Tony Gardner, just pitted actually. Casaza now in that 3rd spot. Still got a bit of traffic to have to deal with. And we see the 11. Oh boy, the 11 coming off of pit road, getting right into the action there with Casaza. I bet you Harold Rothery feels like this is a qualifying lap. Paul Bajanic is actually in the 4th position, but he's a lap down, and he's actually raced his way back up to the lucky dog position. So in fact, he's right behind John Casaza, but frustratingly 1 lap down, but he is right there. So he'll be able to see what's going on with the guys on the lead lap, the top 3, at least this 3rd position, John Casaza, as he tries to deal with some lap traffic. And the Kosilova, the gap's still hanging around. It's about 5.5 seconds. And he's trying to go as hard as he can, seeing if he can catch Harold Rothery. There's Harold up there. Is that Harold Rothery? No, that's somebody else. That's Chris Leone. I was looking at that green car, and I said, there's no way that's a 5-second gap. Yeah, that's the number 26, Chris Leone. And right now he's trying to get past Terrell Rice, one of the lap cars. The gap is kind of holding around 5.5 seconds. Harold Rothery, meanwhile, not a whole lot of traffic. Right now he just has the 36 there, David Carrillo, to deal with. And once he gets past him, he'll have a little bit more clean air before he has to deal with some more lap traffic. Now, keep in mind, this track is a little bit more open than some of the other short tracks. Oh, did I just see Harold get into the wall there? I don't know if he scraped the wall or what, but careful coming off that corner. I'm sure he would rather get past that 36. The gap is staying, it's not quite 5.5 seconds now. It's 5.4, but he's doing pretty good to kind of keep it close to 5.5 seconds. And but they almost touch as they come to strike. That is not for position now. That's just Harold Rothery trying to get past the 36. Man, he is trying hard. Don't clip. Oh, man, he's close. He just barely gets clear on the 36. Wow, that was close. So now Heldroth got a little bit of breathing space. That battling cost him about 0.3 of a second. It was around 3.4 seconds. Now it's 3.1 between him and Andy Kosalova. John Casaza. Casaza's actually, okay, he's 13 seconds back. I thought he was a little closer than that, but he is in that, he's in a podium position there. And right now, the closest person that could compete with him for that position is Paul Bajanic, who's right there with him, but unfortunately he's not on the lead lap. So now he made a neat little move there. Oh, he touched the wall there a little bit. Careful there, Paul. And Casaza down on the inside, kind of boxed in there. There's a lot of traffic. Bajanic trying to take advantage of that, trying to make these passes on the high side. That's interesting to see Bajanic racing that hard on the high side, and might want to be careful though. One of these days he might tag that outside wall though. Casaza managing, he did get past the 17 there. He's kind of easing his way through that traffic. Meanwhile, up at the front there, Chris Leon, not Chris Leon, but Andy Kosalova, that gap still in the 5-second range, now 5.3, almost 5.4, make it 5.5. And he's got...
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. And Casaza, oh, boy, some damage there on the left front there for the number 15, John Casaza. And he might burn a fast pair, maybe not. We don't know. Let's see what happened there. And there's Casaza. He's going through the turn. See Paul Bajanic right there behind him, eating the sandwich coming out of turn 4. And let's see. I think something might happen going down to turn 1. And leaders are coming down pit road as we're looking at this replay. And it looks like Casaza, he touched the 51. It kind of got him upset. Oh, and then the 3 touched the 15, got him turned around. So that's on that was on Paul Bajanic. Paul Bajanic, where is he at? Is he? It's showing him he's going to have to get an EOL for that. So we're under caution here. So we'll. I'm gonna have to. Where is Paul at? He's on pit road, but he's gonna have to get an EOL for that. Where is that at? So Paul Bajanic, he's getting his tires. Now on the restart, he'll just have to. I guess he'll have to go back to the end of the longest line, but he's in 5th. And pitting again. Look at for a moment there. He was on the tail end of the lead lap, but he lost the lap anyway. So now we're getting ready to. Well, I tell you, I guess they're going to have to get the Harold Rothery. He's got a lot of lap cars in front of him. I'm hoping iRacing will get all these guys out of the way because they all need to come around. Now, I think both him and Andy probably got their second set of tires. And I'm sure Harold didn't want this because now Kosalova is right there with him. And, boy, I tell you, hopefully we'll get let's grab Harold real quick. Hey, Harold, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Tony, how you doing, bub?
Yeah, man. I'm hoping iRacing's going to wave all these guys around.
Yeah, I was getting worried. I was getting worried here. It looks like they are.
Is it the one to go right now?
Yeah, I got the one to go.
Okay. Are
yeah.
they going to catch you guys before we get green, or?
You want to advance?
What do you mean? Add a caution lap? You don't have to. It's up to you. It looks like you already got the green anyway.
I took off way too soon.
Well, restarts are on the leader anyway. So I mean, but
that's all right. I had to do something to get in front of him.
Yeah.
Andy's tough, so have to get these tires broke in here, and hopefully we can stay out front.
10-4, I'm gonna put you back down the channel so you can focus on what you're doing.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Okay, so they're racing once again, and Andy Kosalova, and now that's interesting. If you look at John Casaza, he was kind of in the same situation that Paul Bajanic was, but now he's a lap down. He's right behind your leader, Harold Rothery, but he's right on the tail end of the lead lap, and not physically behind him. Right behind him is second place Andy Kosalova, and then behind Kosalova is fourth place Paul Bajanic. So now Paul actually can battle with the number 15 of John Casaza. That's the guy he's chasing, the blue and white car. While Kosalova, he's chasing the green car there of Harold Rothery for position. Paul Bajanic would be very interested in getting up there, getting past the 15 John Casaza in case a caution come out, because Casaza right now is in that lucky dark position. He lets the lead, and not the leader, but he lets the second place Kosalova by. But boy, I tell you, that's going to drop him right into the clutches there of Paul Bajanic. So now he's got himself in a battle for the podium, for the for the bottom step of the podium here. And we're lap 139. Man, I guess it's just going to be a question of can he stay ahead of Paul Bajanic. Harold Rothery also has his hands full. You heard Harold saying that need to get these tires broke in here, and I guess get them in an operating window he wants them in. And to his credit, even when Kosalova was in clear air earlier, that was almost had a little coming together there with the 15 or somebody. He got squirrely some kind of way. Because John Casaza, he's not on the lead lap, so he has nothing to gain really by passing Kosalova, unless he think he can get up there and pass Harold Rothery and get on the tail end of the lead lap. And now we got 25 laps to go. So now the laps are really starting to wind down. Paul Bajanic is trying to get up there and see if he can catch the 15 there, John Casaza. Andy Kosalova is trying to draw a bead on the number 1 there, Harold Rothery. And all the while, they're starting to inch their way towards more lap traffic. Boy, I tell you, this one could be very hairy at the end. Oliver Stevens down on pit road. Any car down on pit road is one less car they have to deal with on track. But he's probably just in for a scheduled pit stop. Kosalova, not Kosalova, but Rothery now coming up on Chris Leone in that interstate batteries machine. Kosalova's trying to stick with Rothery right there as much as he can. Harold trying to get down and work this traffic as much as possible. And oh boy, you see Oliver Stevens coming off of pit road. Both Harold Rothery and Kosalova are right there. They both get past the 26. Who's that next? I think that was Sarah Oliver in the 78. That's in front of the 2 leaders there. Well, I tell you, Harold Rothery now driving it like he stole it here, but boy, got to be mindful of this traffic. Boy, Oliver not giving him any room at all, barely enough room to get through there. Look at Kosilova taking a look on the inside, going to see if he can make the pass. They're door to door as they come off of turn 2. Andy Kosilova, they're neck and neck going down the backstretch. Kosilova gets half a car length ahead. He is your new leader. Harold Rothery with the crossover. Going to see if he can pay the favor back going into turn 1, and he will. Kosilova, for a minute there, I thought he was going to get held up by the 11. He might still get held up by the 11 car. Dave Kamer may have him boxed out there. Oh, and they get together. Oh, no. And that's going to be a caution, and Harold Rothery kind of gets together with the 11, racing super hard. And that's going to, let's see. I think that may hand the lucky dog position to Casaza and will take the pressure off of him that Paul Bajanic was putting on him, because that'll allow him to come around and get on the lead lap, although he'll have to start at the tail end of the field, but this might help him secure a podium finish without the pressure of Paul Bajanic getting back up there. So, wow, let's see, Kosilova and Rothery, he's still there. Right now, he's still showing in the second position, because technically now that Casaza got the wave around, they're the only 3 that were on the lead lap. So Harold Rothery, super lucky. Let's go back and take a look at that real quick here. And you see Rothery, they're coming down to turns 3 and 4. And he is fighting super hard to keep Kosilova on that high side. I see Harold Rothery coming down on pit road. And they're going through turns 3 and 4. And yeah, the 11 car was just about in that bottom groove, and then Rothery was trying to take it way too low, and he kind of bounced the 11 high, but one action has an equal opposite reaction. He goes down to the inside, and then that's what ends up happening there. But now Harold Rothery, he came into pit. I wonder if did he get fuel? I'm actually going to run it back because I want to see what he did on pit road. I'm pretty sure he didn't get any more tires. Let's see. Yeah, I think it was just fuel. He's probably just topping off the fuel there. Let's take it back live. So now he's in the third position because by him pitting now, well, let's see, is he or is he? That's right, because John Casaza, he's going to have to take an EOL because he was the lucky dog. He got back on the lead lap, but now he's going to have to be at the very back of the pack. And so you have Andy Kosilova, Harold Rothery, moving into position once again. He should be right up there alongside Kosilova for the restart. 13 laps to go. Lights are out on the pace car, so it'll be 12 to go when we get the green flag. Only your podium finishers right now are on the lead lap. Casaza, he's in third, but he obviously being a lucky dog, he had to go to the end of the longest line. So now it could be a battle between Kosilova and Rothery. And let me tell you, if something goes wrong, Casaza's right there to grab that victory. He's the only other car on the lead lap right now. He basically I don't think he can get up there with 12 laps to go. He just got to keep his nose clean. And Kosilova is taking off. Harold Rothery is taking off after him. Going to see if he can stay right in there with him. Now, they don't have any traffic now. It's just going to be basically qualifying laps from this point on. And Kosilova, he was your pole sitter. So no time for fuel saving now or tire saving either. Whatever you've got, you got to put it all on the table. Harold Rothery driving the wheels off that thing so he can taste victory right there. Question is, will he be able to catch Kosilova John Casazza, you see Casazza, he's kind of just hanging back. He knows he's not going to, I don't think he's trying to get all mixed up in all that stuff in front of him. Oh, look at all that mess in front of him. He's got a podium finish. He needs this because his teammate's not even in the race. So he definitely needs this finish. And actually, Harold does too. Harold's in the exact same boat as John Casazza, but he's one position better. So that will help both of them out, even though they both will still take a hit by their teammates not being in the feature race. Koslova now stretching that gap out just about half a second with 7 laps remaining. Rothery trying to not let him get away. And when he had that 5.5 second gap when he was at the front, even in clean air, he was pretty much equal with Koslova. Oh, and it's getting away from him now. He's trying too hard. I think he needs to settle down and just take that second position because he's about to throw it away if he tries too hard. He almost threw it away right there. Gap now 1.3 with 5 to go. You know, sometimes you got to cut your losses, and being as his teammate's not in there with 5 laps to go, with that type of a gap, he's not going to make that up. And best thing to do is bring it on home in one piece. Absolutely. Casazza, he's still, look at Casazza. He is still hanging there at the back. He is not concerned about getting up in that stuff at all. Where is Paul Bajanic? He's there on the back stretch, coming out of turns 3 and 4. In that 4th position coming to the stripe. He's actually right behind you, 2 leaders. But he is just stuck. He's in the lucky dog position, but it's not going to do him any good now with 3 laps to go. Casazza is 1 position ahead of him at the back of the field. It's amazing how these guys are all over the place, and yet position-wise, they're just right in order. Then Harold Rothery, he's looked like 1.7 seconds between him and Andy Koslova. And coming out of turn 4, man, he's getting ready to come to the white flag here. White flag now in the air. One more time around for Andy Koslova. Boy, what a crazy race this has been. A lot of ups and downs, and kudos to Harold Rothery and John Casazza, though. They did the best they could for damage limitation, but it's going to be a 2nd win of the season here for Andy Koslova. Old Koslova, I don't know if he was expecting to get a 2nd win in a row like that, but it came true for him tonight here at Kern. But congratulations to Kevin Harvick. Well, I Kevin Harvick. It's Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Step on the brain. Congratulations there to Andy Koslova. Watch it, Andy. All those other guys got a pit. Let them get in pit road first. Oh, boy. And I wonder if, and now he's going to do a few donuts. Oh, man. And let's see, Casazza, I guess, the Casazza pit, he's coming on around, I think. And hopefully they'll all just line up on their fronts. Well, Andy Koslova, he's going to do I don't know if he's doing a victory lap or what. He's kind of still celebrating there a little bit. Harold Rothery, while they're doing that, I'm going to bring them up to the winner's circle. Let's see, there's Harold. We'll bring him up. And John. And then where is Andy Koslova? Bring him on up. And get all these guys in there. And there they are right there. So let's go ahead and go on down there with them. Okay, folks, we're down here with your top 3 finishers, Andy Koslova, Harold Rothery, and John Casazza. We're going to start with John. Hey, John, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I tell you, damage limitation, both you and Harold, boy, I tell you, not much else you could do tonight. And but except win the race, that would be the maximum you could do as far as limiting the damage. You know, both you and Harold not having your teammates in the actual race, but man, what a crazy race. And I tell you, you did the smart thing at the end there. You got that podium position and just steered clear of all that mess in front of you.
Yeah, there was nothing for me to gain. I had to pass like 16 cars to get to those guys in 8 laps. That wasn't going to happen. So I was coasting all the way through the corners and staying with them coasting.
Yeah. 10-4. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Not so kitty. If you want to dress your cat, come and see me.
10-4. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
All righty.
Hey, Harold, you got a copy, man.
Hey, how you doing, Tony?
But I tell you, boy, man, you know what? You tried your best to get back in the doghouse tonight.
I know it, right?
Boy, let me, man.
I did everything I could. Jeez. I tried to take it easy, but I just don't have it in me, you know. I had to step on that loud pedal, and I had to try to make my way through them lap cars, and it just didn't work out for me.
Yeah, and I was thinking that with just a handful of laps to go, you just battling with Andy there and then getting loose coming off the turn. I'm like, oh no, don't stick it in the wall now. Not when you're there only like a half a second or something like that behind him or something, you know.
Right,
and,
right.
Like,
yeah,
man.
I was doing everything I could. And I burnt the tires off of it, and they got real hot and soft, and just couldn't catch him by then. From then on out, I couldn't catch him. But it was a blast. I had fun getting back into it.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I got a shout out to my wife. I got in trouble for not shouting out last time. So, honey, love you. We got second, and Mom and Dad they watch every night we race, and they're coming up tomorrow at the lake, and we're gonna go out on the boat and spend a day on the boat. And you do a heck of a job. Thanks for everything you do. And maybe next week I can get my teammate in there. Ashton, I don't know what happened to her, but we have to get her car in the shop, and she's going to have to qualify a little better. So we'll get her in there next week.
10-4, man. Congratulations on that second place finish. We'll see you next week.
Congratulations to Andy also.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He ran a hell of a race. So congratulations to him.
Absolutely, man. We'll see you next week.
All right. See you, bub.
And, hey, Andy, you got a copy? Mic check, mic. Mic check, mic check. Andy, you there?
Oh, you know what? I don't think he's on. He's in there, but his Discord's not running.
It's not running. Well, he's in there. It's not working. Oh, that sucks.
His mic's not working.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations, Andy, and we'll try to grab you before the start of next week's race and give you a holler. So, congratulations again, guys. Great race, man. That was a crazy one, and we'll see you next week.
All right, Tony.
Yeah. Okay, folks. Well, boy, man, I tell you, that was talk about it ain't over till it's over. You just never know what's going to happen, and that was quite the finish there. Let's go ahead and bring up the results of for the evening. Andy Consolova with win number 2 and race number 2. Harold Rothery got that second position. John Casaza rounds out the podium, and Paul Bajanic did also salvage about as much as he could tonight with that 4th place finish. And I tell you, so now we'll calculate the points. And for the guys that did have a teammate out there, we'll see how things shake out after tonight's results. And so make sure you tune back in with us next week. We'll be heading to round number 3, the Camp Chef Coffee Company 175. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. Also, for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.